Look at those houses. Man! That down there is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Key Largo. You know Key Largo. It's an island in the Florida Keys, about an hour and a half away from Miami. Everything down there is about $4 to $8 million bucks. Used to be more, but a lot of the homes down here are taking big price cuts because, it's more expensive to live here now, and well, a lot of people have had enough of Florida. But we're going to get to all that. We will. So much to talk about. I just wanted to show you that right there because I thought that was a great drone shot. Hey YouTube, Nick and Kim here from the Florida Keys. Say hey, Kim.
Hey fans!
We're at the end of the road in Florida. Actually, we're at the beginning of the road for us. That is Route 1. That goes to the Florida Keys. Now we're going to take some time here, probably a whole week, and we're going to go to the Keys and we're going to see what we see. Don't know what we're going to do, don't know who we're going to talk to. We're going to show you the Florida Keys the Kim and Nick way. And we couldn't have picked a better time. It's early May and all the tourists are gone. We're the only people on this highway. It's time to come to Florida in May. There's nobody here. Never mind. All right, everybody. So I asked the internet, I want to show the most prototypical Keys experience, dive bar, tiki bar, and everybody said, you gotta go to Gilbert's. So I came. There we go. Everybody says Gilbert's is the prototypical tiki bar, not too fancy, not too beat up, laid back, casual. Perfect kind of place that people like to go to experience the Keys, and they were right. All right, welcome to the Keys, everybody, huh? Jeez, this place is amazing. As soon as you get off the highway, you come down here to Gilbert's, and you're not in Florida anymore. The Florida Keys, the crown jewel of boomer nostalgia. Everybody knows about the Florida Keys. It's an island chain off the southern coast of Florida. It's 125 miles from end to end. This part of Florida used to be all Native Americans until the Spanish showed up in the 1500s. The Spanish called these cayos, and that means small islands. Well, eventually cayos became keys. For hundreds of years, all these islands were pretty uninhabited. It was mostly just some adventurer types and some fishermen. That is until 1912, when Henry Flagler built a big railroad down these islands, and then modern development took place. There's 1,700 islands down there. Only about 40 or 50 have any people on them. There's about 80,000 people total in the Keys, spread out along this island chain. The amount of people that are down here, well, that depends on the season. So much to see. Kim and I spent 8 days down here, and we're going to begin in the upper Keys, right here from Key Largo down to Islamorada. When you first get here, you come into Key Largo. We kind of drove around for a couple hours, and I was like, to be honest, it's kind of blah here. Yeah, there's some really big houses, lots of marinas, but a lot of it's strip malls and tacky beach shops. I was like, we have this in North Carolina where I live. Looks like home. Well, the beaches, I was told, well, they're further on down towards Key West. But a lot of people want to be in Key Largo since it's so close to Miami. A lot of the tourists, well, this is about as far down as some of them go. But not us. This was just the beginning. I was curious to find out how the Keys are today compared to the yesteryears. I'd heard the Keys don't really feel authentic anymore. They're too crowded. It's too expensive. Climate change. So many of you told me, Nick, the Keys are changed. They're not the same, including the people you're about to meet. All right, that is the first shot of a boat being towed. We're at the Caribbean Club. Everybody's trying to get out of the marina here or get in. We just pulled in. We're just looking for someone to talk to for a couple minutes.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right.
My name's Scott. I've been here 35 years.
Scott, what are we doing? What are you doing here?
Here, I'm taking care of the boat ramp. Local folks use this ramp, and a lot of people from the Miami area. This is one of the only boat ramps in Key Largo. John Pennycamp is the other boat ramp there. So this is pretty exciting here. I'm making scorecards so you can rate the guys coming in and out. Make this a little party here.
You're gonna rate
the launching or pulling the boats out of the water.
You're gonna grade them based on
we're gonna grade them.
Oh, so if you do a good job, you get a 9 or 10. If you do terrible,
you get a 1.
How many 1s do you give out?
Quite a few. Boats fall off the trailers fall off the trucks.
What are we going to give these folks here?
These are professionals.
These two are?
Yeah, they're a boat dealership. So we're going to I'm saying like a 7 or an 8.
Can you look at somebody and make a pretty close guess?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's fun being here because you see so much excitement. I've seen divorces here. They get so mad at each other.
How long have you been on this island?
35 years. That trimaran there, that's mine, the Mortail.
That's your boat?
Yep.
Oh my God, how long have you been parked right there?
Since '84. I'm the third owner.
You have been parked on that boat for 35 years right there?
Yeah, but we've gone around the world once, to Europe 4 times, to the Bahamas probably 50 times.
Give people an idea on what that life is like. That sounds wonderful.
Well, it's a real tough life because if I have a 13-foot Boston whaler. If it doesn't start in the morning or you're having some other problems, you either have to kayak or swim to shore. And that's hard if you're trying to bring some water out there or something. Hurricanes. I've been through maybe 15 hurricanes here. I've lived here since '90, so I've seen quite a few hurricanes.
And you've seen a lot of change.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of change. It's more, this is turning into like South Miami now. They're not as respectful to each other, the Hispanics that come down here, and we want a nice quiet life down here. Most of the people know each other. This is a family spot, it's just a bar.
Yeah, the Caribbean Club.
Yeah.
So is this one going to get a grade right here?
Yeah, I give him he's going to be a 4 or a 5.
Oh, 4 and 5. What did they do wrong?
Nothing yet.
Oh, you're just guessing.
I'm
it's going to be a 4.
guessing.
All right. So what's the criteria?
You got to get down the ramp first, and you got to get it in the water, and you have to have all your plugs in on this particular vessel. And you also have to make sure he's got his life preserver there. See, now he's already off the ramp a little bit. He's all way to one side. But that's just the way it is. Sundays, there's a big crowd here, and they come here every Sunday, and they bring hors d'oeuvres and stuff, and they play a few games out here in the shade, and they are always what do you call it?
Critiquing the boat,
well,
the ramp?
more like heckling them. See, he's already in the water over his bumper, his muffler's underwater and whatnot there. So I was going to give him a 5, so now I think he's about a 3.
This is easy though. Jet ski stuff.
Yeah.
We need a husband, wife in a big boat that are already pissed at each other.
Because that's not good for the drivetrain.
He's going to have to take that to the car wash.
Well, we have a rinse here that they can use, but he might not be smart enough to rinse it. We'll see.
If you don't rinse, you get a 2.
Nope, he's going right by the wash. We'll give him a 3. Now these guys should be in and out in like 2 seconds.
Okay, what's your prediction on this guy?
9.
Here? 9. All right. All right, nice and straight, nice and straight. And that is a big boat, and he is doing a good job. All right, so this is just a typical day. This is one of the major boat ramps in Key Largo. It's the first one you come to when you get here. This is where everybody can't wait to put their boat in as soon as they get to the Keys. This is the very first spot. This is a very busy spot. Tons of people around here. I can only imagine how it is in winter and in the peak. All right, so Scott and I were saying you guys were going to get a 9. How do you feel about that? 9?
Oh, man, no, we're 9, 10, 11. It doesn't matter. We're in the water, bro. It matters. Matters the most. We're getting that boat in the water. He's happy, I'm happy, and our girls are drinking in the bar. So it's a beautiful place to be.
Yes. And to get to your boat, where's your, how do you got
I have a 13-foot Boston whaler over here called My Tail.
So there's My Tail and the other boat, the other boat's More Tail?
More Tail, right.
More Tail and My Tail.
Yeah.
God.
I've had this boat here for 26 years.
Okay, this is My Tail. My Tail. And that's your car to get to and from your home.
To and from, yeah. I've been through hurricanes with that and everything. And the bartender says, you're going to get more tail with that boat, and that's how it got its name. I might have to tell him, you know, back off and let this other guy come out of the water first. Okay.
That sounds like a DQ.
Yeah, he's got it now. I got to go show him where to park.
All right, here, I'll hold that.
You can hold on.
All right, I'm going to be the grader.
The grader.
These guys look like they know what they're doing. Oh, nice and smooth. Oh my God. I mean,
that was pretty.
Scott only gave me 5 numbers. I got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I'm gonna have to go with a 9.
I agree. That's a 9.
You guys got a 9. All right, we're leaving the Caribbean Club. It is hot. You can probably tell how sweaty I am.
I know, but you have your fancy shirt on.
Got my fancy
You're
shirt
looking
on.
very Key Largo.
We were kind of hoping we were going to see a big mess up at the docking, at the big trailer boating. We did not see that. I was hoping for some arguing and some drama. I think if we had stuck around all day that we would have got that,
Yeah,
but we're going to move on. All right. Key Largo is not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. We asked Scott back there, where's the downtown, where's the big buildings, where's the big condos with all the big fancy homes, and he said you're not going to be able to access it. So it's a lot of touristy stuff. I asked Scott, what's the deal with the, we came in May for off-season. He's like, there's really no off-season really anymore. Nobody has the cash to go to the Caribbean. Nobody wants to go on a plane. They all come down here now pretty much year-round. This is the main drag here that goes from the top to the bottom of the Keys. Highway 1, also known as the Overseas Highway. And my first impressions are not that interesting if you're not at a tiki bar drinking Miller Lite. All right, what's your name and where are we?
Jesus Garcia, we're in the Yellow Bay House, the oldest bay shop in Key Largo, the most famous one.
Tell me
the
about
best one.
Tell me about the place.
Oh, it's been here forever. Everybody knows about it. If you don't know about the Yellow Bay House, then you haven't been in Key Largo.
this area is known for fishing.
Yeah, for great fishing. Yeah, people from all over the world come here to fish. We've been open. It's had different owners, but for over 50 years, I think so. I believe it's the most well-stocked bait house in the whole Keys. People come here from all over the world to just buy our shirts, so they can take it back home and say that they stopped in at the Yellow Bait House. Sometimes they don't buy bait, but they will buy the shirt.
And how long have you been here for?
I've been working here for 5 months.
How long have you been on the island here?
I used to live here 25 years ago. I moved out, and now I'm back again living, and I ain't going nowhere.
What?
Yeah, I love it here. This is the best place to live in the whole world, sir. The most calm, the nicest people. I mean, the most chilling. You know, if you like fishing, if you like fun people, man, move to the Florida Keys.
But it can't be perfect, though.
Honestly, right now, there's nothing I can tell you that is wrong. So I am actually trying to find out what is wrong about living in the Keys, and I haven't been able to do it. So far, it's been perfect. The only not perfect thing is me, but the Keys is.
Thank you. They gave us a shirt, the most famous bait house in the Keys. That's what he said. He's like, everybody comes here just to say they came here, and I'm gonna send you home with the shirt. So when you're in the Keys, you gotta go to the Yellow Bait House. It's the most famous bait house in all the land, and talk to the good folks here. They'll get you set up right. I know they didn't pay me to say that. They gave me a shirt.
Give you a t-shirt.
And that dude just got him some bait, and he's off to have a good Saturday evening. He had a smile on his face the whole time he was in there. We are seeing some bumps. All right. It's been a long time. Have we seen a single homeless person at all since we've been in Florida? All right, so this is an example of, I'm kind of standing outside the car. You can go left if you want. This is just an example of just a regular neighborhood here. And the homes here are all between $2 and $3 million bucks. There's nothing on this street under $2 million. And that's just the way of life here. Homeowners insurance, $20,000, $30,000 a year for stuff on this street. So a lot of people don't have insurance. They don't have homeowners insurance, or it's called going naked. So you just don't have it. If your house is paid for, you don't have to have it. Or you pay the bare minimum, or a lot of people just have a savings account that they put in their bank that in case they need to rebuild their house, they've got the money. But that's the biggest threat here right now, is just being able to afford insurance. But this is a Key Largo, kind of upper middle class Key Largo life. That house is probably 2.8 million. There is nothing on this street under 2. I gotta say, standing outside the car is like, this might be my new thing. This is actually working out really well. I can see all the homes, and
You're giving me Coming to America vibes.
Coming to America vibe, yeah. Hey, welcome to Key Largo. Do you think they think I'm a YouTuber?
I don't think they know what
Do you think they think I'm a local? All right, so this is the most affordable street in Key Largo. As you can see, these homes are different than the ones that we just showed you back there. It might look affordable, but everything on the street's about $450,000. So that is affordable for the Keys. That is affordable for Key Largo, definitely. Some of these are a little bit more than that. This kind of gives you an idea on how the regular people live here. You know, you don't have to have big, deep pockets to live in the Keys. But I'll tell you that a lot of this stuff is about $1,000 a month in homeowners insurance. So you got to keep that in mind. Your mortgage might only be, I don't know, $2,200 a month, $2,500 a month, but tack on a lot more. Okay, so this house right here This one was the cheapest one I could find, $450,000 for that house. All right, what a life. They just have their dock right here in their neighborhood. These houses are all between 800 and 1.2. A lot of the stuff right here in some of these little neighborhoods is just regular land, just nice homes that have been here forever, just a simple life. And then as soon as you get around the corner, maybe a block away from you, there's houses on the water that are worth $3 to $10 million right on the water. A lot of the houses down there are probably paying $800,000 to $100,000 a year just in homeowners insurance. That's more than entire families make for their whole salary. And that's just a bill. There's probably celebrities down there, people with way more scratch than you have. I was told the most expensive elite part of the entire Keys is actually north of Key Largo up here. It's called the Ocean Reef Club, or North Key Largo. The whole thing is one big gated community that we can't get to because we don't know anyone that lives there. It has fancy golf courses, private airstrips, huge mansions, and all the things most of us will never see up close. I'll just say it just in case. All right, we are now leaving Key Largo. You can't really tell. I had thought that there's going to be a big stretches of highway that cross over the ocean. We have not got to that part yet. It's all pretty much land. We're on the next key, the next community called Tavernier, and it is population's about 2,500 people. It's supposed to be more laid back than Key Largo, more local, more chill, not as touristy, not as expensive either. You're further away from Miami. The further you get, I guess, the closer you are to the old Keys way. We're still in the upper Keys though. So I'm talking to some people that if you have a lot, they only issue 100 permits a year, supposedly to build. Unless you've got some kind of mixed use, it's going to create affordable housing or whatever. But it's hard to build a house here anymore. All right, another dive bar on the bay. This seems to be the thing that everybody looks forward to, is sipping a drink and having some seafood out by the water. This is another example of that. Less tiki bar-y, but still the same kind of vibe. All right, breaking news, they're lifting up a boat. Breaking news, oh my goodness. This is James right here. James has been working on these docks for about 14 years now, and he lives on a boat offshore because the cost of living here is too high. We had been here for 2 hours, and we already met 2 people who have to live on boats to survive. And they wouldn't be the last.
You know, to live, to buy a place, to stay down there, it's expensive, man. I lived in Marathon for a number of years, and I was paying like $2,200 a month, and I was back ways. So it's gone up. Yeah, it's definitely gone up.
What are the costs of living on a boat?
Now, the boat's a little bit, I mean, that's even getting expensive too, but it's not as bad as, you know, an apartment or a condo. I mean, you could probably get away with a boat for, you know, maybe $1,000, maybe 14 at the most. You know, the average is like $28 a foot they charge you. Sometimes they give you electric, and sometimes you pay for it, and you pay for water. It's, you know, it's not like it used to be. You know, when I first came down here, I was only paying, I think, $600 a month. That's cheap, you know. But now, yeah, it's gone up a lot, man. A lot.
And how does that impact all the workers and the blue collar people?
Oh, big time, man. It's expensive to live down here, man. You know, it's not cheap. I mean, if you're living in an apartment, you're probably living there with at least 5, 6 people. You can't afford it down here. It's too much money. You know, you're probably easy 5 or 6 people, maybe 7. You know, it all depends what you get. You know, some of the rent's expensive, man. It could go up to tens of thousands of dollars. You know, renting places out here, man. It's not cheap. You know, and it's hard to get into places. You know, you just can't get right into it. You know, it changes, man. Summertime's probably about the best time to try to find a place. You know, even wintertime. But, you know, when you're talking, if it's, say your rent's $2,000, that's almost $8,000 to move in, because they want first, last, and security. So you're looking at like $7,000 to move in. It's expensive, man.
Now down the road, about 10 miles from Tavernier in Key Largo, is Islamorada. It's basically a village made up of a series of small islands. There's about 7,000 people here, and it's known as the sport fishing capital of the world. You go down here, there are a lot of high-end resorts and big waterfront homes. It's quieter and more refined in Islamorada than it is in Key Largo. I was told it's a blend of old Florida charm and luxury tourism. There is a lot of old money here. And money doesn't just live here, it comes here. Down there, houses are between $3 and $10 million, right on the water. All right, and then as you can see, you kind of cross an island onto another key, and you're on another.
Do you see all the boats out here to the left? Do you see that?
Oh my God! Holy crap! That looks like a scene.
You want me to pull in here?
Yeah. There is a scene out there. They are partying. I don't know if that's a regular thing that these people do out here, or it was just a spontaneous thing out here on a Saturday afternoon. I'm guessing 50 boats. I don't know. I can't see as much as I want to be able to. Actually, I want to go there, but I'm not able to do that either. Talk about a good time. I can only imagine what's going on out there. Oh boy, is it hot out here. I wish I didn't have to work. I'd be at Wahoo's having a drink up there. That looks like a lot of fun. People are getting in from boating or going out to boating. There's a big barge party going on. And I'm stuck working. But where we're going now, I'm not gonna have to work. We're going down the road to where we're gonna stay for the night. Let's go down there and see that. Cut. Apparently the college kids used to come down to Islamorada and party a lot more. They don't really do that as much these days. Well, college kids don't drink as much. But then a big hurricane hit about 10 years ago. It was called Irma, and it really jacked up all these islands. So Islamorada got hit pretty bad. They redid the island and fixed it up, and they made it a little bit more upscale. So the college kids were like, well, that's too fancy. We don't have deep pockets for that. So all right, we are at La Siesta. Now, since Islamorada has kind of a luxury vibe, well, we wanted to pick a place to stay in so you could kind of see what it's like to stay in a resort. So we picked kind of a middle-class resort. But all the places down here, they're really super nice. They all have a big pool, a tiki bar, right on the beach. Now, believe me, I saw it. There are way more upscale places in La Siesta. But we didn't want to spend $1,200 a night. We can get what we needed here at La Siesta, and it's only about $300 to $400 a night. And here's an idea on what you get for that. All right, so this boathouse is apparently very special. Apparently there's only 2 of these in the entire world that are like this. And you use your, and this is the way to go when you come to the Keys. Look at this. You got yourself like a little kitchenette and a nice comfy little living room. And a nice bedroom. Mappy, what are you already doing here?
I'm gonna open the door and then like walk.
We're biking in Florida. We're going on a bike ride. Islamorada's just chill. We spent a whole day on a bike. We went poked around and took in the scene. Wanted to show you guys what the Keys are like once you get off the main drag, away from all the strip malls and all the luxury stuff. Just regular people neighborhoods. And it was our first time in the Keys that we met the chickens. And the lower you get in the Keys, the more chickens there are. Oh, on Mother's Day. Conservation property. Oh, an iguana. So these are apparently being eradicated by the locals who are shooting them. We just learned there used to be a lot more iguanas on these islands, and the neighbors and the locals hate them. They cause destruction, they're a nuisance, whatever. They're illegal aliens in these parts. Oh, he's running. We got a runner. We got a runner. Look, he's posing. Look at that. For you guys. Oh, what? Holy crap. Islamorada, damn. So this dude, Jerry, was out here. And I said, can I interview you? He's like, okay. All right, put this little mic on your shirt. So I was like, Jerry, this looks like a good day for you. And tell me what you're doing today.
You know, I woke up this morning. I'm retired. I found a room available in the Keys, so I came to the Keys. Why not?
You got it made, brother.
Life is good. Didn't always used to be good. I just worked, but life is good now. I take advantage of my free time and do what I want to do.
How has the Keys impacted you coming down here?
Well, you mean over time and everything? Yeah, I had a very stressful job, and it's de-stressing. I mean, the drive, I enjoy the drive more than I like being here. And the drive just distresses me, you know, put the top down on a nice day and it just distresses me. So I had to do it just for my sanity. And now I'm retired, so I come here whenever I feel like it. If I wake up and feel like coming here, I still come here quite often because I just enjoy the ride.
All right, Jerry's out. What a life, right? God, in his fancy Corvette.
Did you know to be considered upper class in Florida, you need $4 million or more?
Well, especially down here in the Keys, Mappy. I bet there's a lot of people down here that have way more money than that.
That's why there aren't any problems with crime here. The criminals got priced out. And the governor here doesn't mess around. They enforce the law.
Well, that is true. We hardly saw any crime or drama when we were down here, and we hardly even saw any police. I guess word is out.
FAFO.
Yeah. I'm jealous, really. I wish he was our governor. Look at this place. My kind of place. That ain't me. That's me. Mappy's gonna be on the all right.
You have christened the club.
I have christened the club. We spent some time on our bikes at the oldest tiki bar in Florida. Holy crap, I had no idea that this was here. You feel like you're in the Caribbean. Oh my gosh, so you got, this is how people roll at the fancy resorts here. So big fancy restaurant, people over here hanging out on Sunday. Giant patio. And a marina that you can park your boat and go out there on that sandbar and drink beer and talk about dogs and women and fishing and how many fish are gonna catch tomorrow. It is Instagrammable. I mean, every bit of this is resort. I did not know that. I've not done this before in America, where you do really, this does feel like when you're on vacation. This is the only way to do it when you come to the Keys, people.
Oh, turn
I
it
am
around.
hot and
No.
tired. It's brutal out there.
Oh, first world problems, Nick Johnson.
Thank you.
Don't worry about rubbing the sunscreen in, though. Don't worry
I know,
about
it's
that.
bad. Thank you.
On your neck.
Oh, just look, we're not in.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I was it. Woo!
Oh no! Uh-oh.
It's a party!
Okay. Key Largo and Islamorada, the first part of this journey through the Keys. A very laid back and somewhat normal kind of vibe. You have to get off the main highway down here, or you'll think this part of Florida looks like the rest of the state. Once we got back into the neighborhoods and small roads, we could see all the reasons people say they come here. Our next stop, on to the Middle Keys, where we met some of the most interesting people ever. Yeah, that guy has a sponge on his head. Okay, so we're now the most traveled channel in America. We've seen so many places and continue to get into the rest of America. If you're looking to move and you want help with the real estate agent or need ideas on where you can move, email me or click the link in the description. My video call consulting program might be perfect for you. I also have a new ebook. It's a comprehensive guide on the best and sometimes worst parts of the country that you can move to. We update that book all the time as we travel. The details for the consulting program and the ebook are in the description below. If you want Mappy merch, like t-shirts, stickers, and mugs, there's a link to my store in the description, or just click store at the top of the channel. You should think about joining as a channel member. Click the link in the description or click on membership at the top of the page, or just scan this QR code on your screen. As a member, you'll get to see all the excerpts, Mappy bloopers, and uncensored content. There's even stuff I did back in college on there. I also do cameos. I can send your birthday wishes or hellos or whatever you want in a video message straight to your inbox. The link to my Cameo page is in the description. And finally, we have another channel that you should subscribe to. It's called Interviews Across America, where I upload all the uncut, complete interviews with real Americans from all walks of life. The link for that channel is in the description too, or just search for Interviews Across America. That's it. Thanks for watching.